Well, it's not looking good for the Super Eagles in Uyo as we speak. Nigeria Super Eagles trailed Bafana of South Africa by a goal scored by Temba Zwane. All right, that's how we start the show tonight. I'm here, me, Adebayo. Well, we'll be talking about the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers, the Super Eagles in focus. We're talking about them, and as I said, not looking good for the Super Eagles. We've seen the first half, nothing really to write home about. Then again, we'll talk about the Euro 2024. Will get us talking and things on the domestic scene as well. That's the outlook of the show tonight. It's a two-man show. My colleague Austin Okona is ready as we take you on the trip across the money spinning world of sports. Okay, it appears Austin is getting set to come on the show. Let me just quickly go across and introduce my guest. It makes a return to the show. Babajide Oreva joins us now. Babajide, greetings to you. Thanks for being with me on the show. On a night most people wouldn't want to be on the show because they would rather be watching the Super Eagles. So I appreciate. Thanks for joining me.
It's so sad that we're starting on this note and South Africa leading us. It is not the result you expect right now. After we've drawn the first two matches in the qualifying series, you expect the Super Eagles to start this on a winning note.
Go out, of course, guns blazing.
But I am not surprised. I am not surprised. You need to follow you need to see the trends of the South African team. We have 8 players from Mamelodi Sundowns. They've been fantastic. They won the AFL. Zwane that has scored, he has been fantastic. Though he hasn't really scored, he scored a goal in the course of the season. So right now, I'm trying to enjoy. Of course, you need to be patriotic, but I am not surprised.
Well, Babajide is not surprised. I am shocked. Not the kind of scoreline you want. Well, just in case you're not watching, will be your eyes and your ears letting you know what's happening with the game. We're closely monitoring what's happening. And of course, the second half is about to start. Should be on at any moment. We'll do our best to let you in on what is happening. But the situation is grim, not looking really good for the Super Eagles. And if it ends this way, it's putting our chances of qualifying in jeopardy. It's not really looking good. We were talking about it yesterday. We said it's not something we want to think about, but it's a thought you have to entertain. If after 45 minutes you're down by a goal, you have to think of the unimaginable. And Babajide, it's bad enough that we've thrown away 4 points. We're able to get 2 out of 6. It's unthinkable. Even a draw is a bad result.
Very bad.
Not to talk of losing.
I'm trying to salivate. I need to take this in. It will be a disaster if we do not win. Because if we do not win this game, then our chances of going to the World Cup it's almost over. And but I try to monitor the Super Eagles, and you see the same trend over and over and over again. Even if we don't have Victor Osimhen, we have strikers. And why would we be behind in Uyo? The last time South Africa played us here, they defeated us 2-0. And now this is a World Cup qualifier. Are we going to let this chance slip? It's what I don't understand right now.
I really don't understand. And I'm not someone that likes to criticize. I mean, you let the coaches do their job, but there are things as fans we see and you expect the coach to correct. I don't know, the choice of Paul Onuachu as a man up front in a 4-3-3. I don't know. A guy that needs service is not the kind of guy you want to make to be playing a 1-2, because he just needs to be where the action is. Put the ball in the air if you have to. Put the ball at his feet if you have to. Kelechi, I really don't know. I don't want to criticize, but it's not looking good. Now, I like what you've said. They can surprise us in the second half, and we're here to do our job. As I'm talking to you, I'm hoping I'll get something from the back room. I'll hear some shouts, and our producer will come and tell me that something has happened. That has not happened yet, so it means it's still 1-0. But then I saw the first half. Question marks on how Coach George Finidi set this team up.
Yes.
I'm not questioning his acumen. I'm not doing that. But question marks.
Question marks, yes. I expect
Real question
yes.
marks.
I expect Boniface to start this game. I expect to break down this South African team. We saw them at the AFCON. We played them just a couple of months back, and we know it was tough. It was a true Ekong penalty that we had to manage over 90 minutes before we were able to defeat them via penalty shootout. So these guys are compact. You need all your arsenals. When I saw the starting lineup, I feel, okay, he might have his own, I'm talking of the coach now, he might have his own strategy, but now this is the stage. It is more of a do or die affair now. You either win or you are out. And you could see the race. It's no longer a marathon. We have, if South Africa defeats us here, they are already top, and then we will need to be chasing teams like Benin Republic and Lesotho. So it's not good at all. It's not a good one.
It's not good at all. For those who have not been able to see anything of the game, let me just do a quick summary of what I've seen in the first half. The goalkeeper, of course, Nwambali in goal. You had Samuel. Bright Osai Samuel, he had Semilogo Ajayi, Calvin Bassi also, and Tamino. In the back four, you had Dele Bashiru, Alex Iwobi, Wilfred Ndidi, the captain on the day, and Kelechi Iheanacho, Paul Onachu, and Ademola Lookman. You look at this lineup, and you look at the guys on the bench, nobody told us anybody's injured. So I'm working with the assumption that all those guys who are on the bench can play.
Yes.
Because we've not been told, I don't know if you've heard anything like that, but we've not been told anybody's injured. So we have a bench that can still turn this thing around. We may not win the way we want to win, but at this point, all that really matters is winning. But it appears we have not gotten a grip on how to sort around getting players in the midfield who can create chances. And we still have issues with player combinations.
Yes.
This kind of combination does not suit Onuachu. And you don't need to be a coach to know. It doesn't suit his style of play.
I understand you. But now I think we just have another 45 minutes. I expect Chukwueze to come in as soon as possible. And Terry Murphy.
Yes.
Murphy needs to. He has the same kind of passion Osimhen exhibits. Yes. And you need power.
That he exudes anytime he plays.
Yes. So, and over time, you need to study the pattern of the South African, the Bafana. They are getting better each time. They are getting better. You see them at AFCON, nobody gave them the chance. And you also see most of these players play pure African football.
Yeah.
Sundowns, they have 8 players. They see the same code. They eat together. They sleep together.
They know each other.
They know each other very well. And
there's cohesion.
Even though I've not seen, I didn't see the first half, but I can understand how they play. And the Super Eagles need to step up. This is the only anything apart from 3 points in this game. Then it's going to be a long journey.
All right, so let's just allow things calm down a little and divert our attention away from what's currently going on in Uyo. But trust me, if there's something to report, our people in the back room will let us know. And I think I'm hearing something. I'll get a confirmation as to what I'm hearing very soon. But first, let's take a look at other results. While we're looking at other results, I'll get a proper confirmation for that. Other countries playing as well. I feel glad to announce that Nigeria has pulled a goal back. So it is 1-1. That's at least good to hear. We've put. I'll let you in on who scored the goal. I'm very sure I'll get that information very soon. So Nigeria Super Eagles won, and of course South Africa won as well. So the game is live. So a confirmation right there on your screen. It is 1-1. Super Eagles of Nigeria won, and South Africa won. And so in the early moments of the second half. All right, let's talk about these games that have been played. I want to shift away, move away from the Super Eagles for a while. But trust me, our hearts and mind in Uyo, now that the Super Eagles has given us something to cheer. All right, so match details. results, it is Zimbabwe lost to Lesotho 2-0. You have Benin Republic defeating Rwanda. Of course, these teams in our group. Mali lost to the Black Stars of Ghana 2-1. Teranga Lions of Senegal were held to a 1-0 draw by DR Congo. And of course, Algeria still not recovering from the wobble. 2019 champions still wobbling. They lost to Guinea 2-1. Mauritania lost to Sudan by 2 goals. Egypt the Pharaohs of Egypt were able to edge past the Stallions of Burkina Faso 2-1 in that run. Mozambique defeated Somalia 2-1. And of course, Kenya and Burundi played a 1-1 draw. Let me get Babajide's thoughts. Some of these results that you've seen, I don't know which one comes as a surprise. Algeria, there's a wobble. I can't understand. It's the same set of players. You wouldn't believe this 4 or 5 years ago, this were African champions, but everything seems on the downward spiral. Then you have Ghana going away to get a result against Mali. In spite of what has been happening with Ghana, going away to get the result against Mali is something that is also very good.
A fantastic outing for Jordan Ayew. Funny, I was in Accra. I saw the Black Stars, one of their training, and the fans in the country, they feel, okay, it should be time up for Jordan and and Andre. But somehow, Jordan has been able to possibly silence the critics. And it's a good one for Ghana. It shows their intent. But like I always say, no minnows in African football anymore. And you could say, likes of Kenya still getting a draw with Burundi. Angola, of course, defeated Eswatini. So let's just enjoy the World Cup qualifiers. But of course, we want the very strong team like the Super Eagles of Nigeria to go all the way.
All right, I want a strong team like the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and they're not too far away from it in this game. Just 1 goal apiece. All right, let's go to the man in the United Kingdom, London to be precise. Our man, Austin Okonakman, is ready now. Greetings to you, Austin. I hope your mood has been lifted without equalizer.
It's very greetings to you, and everyone joining us on the show tonight. Yes, I wanted to actually jump right into it when Fisayo Dele Bashiru scored that equalizer for Nigeria. I wanted to get into it to let you know that I bring good tidings, because I heard you have Babajide. You guys were down, rightly so, because this wasn't the sort of, first half we expected from that game between Nigeria and South Africa. But at the start of the second half, quick counter-attack play, Alex Iwobi with a quick ball to Fisayo. He turned around and boom, into the net. Ronwen Williams couldn't do anything about it. So it's Nigeria 1 and South Africa 1. So let's see what the Super Eagles can do. Let's also see what Coach Finidi George can do in terms of making some tactical changes, because he's got good options on the bench. But it will be good to see the Super Eagles before the 60th minute get into the lead and see how they can consolidate it. See if they can win this one by 3-1. That will make them sit pretty on that Group C table, because look at how things changed. Benin Republic did their part by winning their game, and then Lesotho beat Zimbabwe away. So surprise, surprise, Lesotho topped the Group C table with 5 points. Can you believe it? So the Super Eagles, they need to find a way now to come into it, win this game properly, top that table, and take stress away from themselves. So it's the qualifiers, 48-team format for the World Cup in 2026. We've not seen it before. But the team that tops the table will go on to advance automatically. That's what we want for the Super Eagles. Take pressure off yourself. But as the Bajide said, let's enjoy the qualifiers. Tells you, particularly, if you take a look at the Group C table, no small teams again in Africa, I mean.
Yeah, let me engage you on this, Austin. I've had Babajide say it, and my passion got out when I was speaking. Of all the coaches I've seen with the Super Eagles of recent times, is still the same problem. Issue about player combination, doesn't seem to be getting it right, and balance. Look, we've always talked about ruthless managers. Because you're good doesn't mean you have to play. You look at the team balance, you look at player combinations. I, for one, seeing that first half, knew that those players around Paul Onuachu and whoever we're trying to play is not going to work. He can't thrive in that form. If you have a tall man like that, you have a player like, you got to create the chances for him, not make him do 1-2s with people. And Kelechi Iheanacho, personally, my opinion, I don't know. A lot of these issues, you don't want to criticize the coach, but we're seeing the same thing over and over. This 4-3-3, we're struggling with it. And I'm not saying that because of this result. It's an opinion that I've held over time. And whoever is going to crack the code needs to sort some of these issues.
Yeah, I mean, I was just looking at a penalty call right there for Nigeria. The referee actually looked away at first. A good pass sent to Fisayo Dele Bashiru. Bashiru was brought down, and then the referee, waved it off, said no penalty. But he's still on the ground. Referee has gone to look at him. I don't know if he's going to have a look if VAR is present for this match. But it was actually a big call. The fans were shouting. They wanted the referee to point to the penalty spot, but that didn't happen. Let's go to the choice of players for this one. You see, when I saw the lineup for this game, I said to myself again that thank goodness that this isn't coming from a new coach. Because everybody would have come and said, now he has scattered everything. He's starting all over again. But look at what he did. We don't know what happens during training. The coach knows the team. He's right there with them. He knows what Paul Onuachu did. He knows the combination that he played with probably Lookman and Iwobi. Don't forget, this team has been playing with Victor Osimhen. There's no Victor Osimhen. Babajide said he would have loved to see Victor Boniface, but he hasn't featured for the Super Eagles in a competitive match. So you don't know what you would have given to you in this sort of game. But Paul Onuachu has been in the mix. I know the moment they see the tall, big man, everybody will be saying, it has to be set them the cross. But he does a good job in holding down play and maybe looking for spaces to play a pass. Or if you can play him through, he's also a good shooter. But don't forget you are playing against a disciplined South African team. This Bafana team, they keep getting better. They've been around themselves for a long time. Take, for instance, the Mamelodi Sundowns player that scored the goal, Zwane. He's 34 years old. Zwane has been with this team for quite some time. They know themselves. They know the Super Eagles. They've got a compact defense. So you need a little bit of creativity. I see Dele Bashiru trying to do it. But Alex Iwobi needs to show workings. That's the man that can turn things around. And the moment he did, a fine pass was sent to Bashiru, and it's Nigeria 1, South Africa 1. Everybody needs to know that we will keep trying things until we get the right formation for the Super Eagles. Pizarro came, locked up shop, was winning 1-0. He's so boring. We're not playing attacking football. But they were not scoring Nigeria. Yet we are missing Trust Ekong in this game, you can tell. I would have expected him to play Onyeka. I don't know why he didn't go with Onyeka. As I said, the coach sees them. But who isn't a professional that started this game? I'm even pleased with Benjamin Taminu. He keeps showing every day he gets an opportunity to play for the Super Eagles that he can do something. Fisayo has scored a goal now, so whatever he has done wrong, everybody will forget. Paul Onuachu has been with this team. Maybe they need to find the right feed for him as a player, but he's also a very decent striker. So I agree with you. We will continue to do trials, but let's pray that error doesn't come into it.
Yeah, I hope so. I know, look, once a good result comes in, we forget about all of these things. And Babajide, before we go on a break, we've scored a goal. You see us turning things around?
Yes, it's possible. The Super Eagles that we have, very possible. We would likely, but I just hope, just like Austin said, they need to show workings. Whatsoever wants to happen, get the 3 points for Nigeria and Nigerians.
All right, if the Super Eagles are listening, I know they're not, but if anybody close to them listening, a draw is not a good result. We have to get it right. We have to sort this out, and we have to win. All right, if anything happens, we'll let you know, but we need to go on a break right about now. When we return from that break, I'm hoping there will be news to report. But let's go on that break. We'll come back for more. We'll sports tonight. Welcome back. Well, we have a lot of things we have lined up for you, but trust me, we might not be able to get to it because the Super Eagles are playing. And of course, that's the biggest thing for today. Also, let me come to you and I'll yield to you. We've said, and I know you were listening when we said it, a draw is not a good result. A draw is still a bad result in my books. Well, you could say it's redeemable. A draw with what happened elsewhere, you could still, but a loss is unimaginable. And well, thank God it appears the Super Eagles are taking that off the table. Do you think we can turn this around in this game?
I think they can. And they are beginning to show intent. But South Africa also trying so well to keep the ball. Dele Fisayo is really struggling. I think he will be substituted. He went down again. I think he got a very bad kick to his thigh, and that is affecting him. So I'm waiting to see confirmation of the player that will replace him. But shout out to the Super Eagles, the way they've turned this around in the second half. Yes, I totally agree with you. And I said it before, so let me say it again. For Benin Republic to beat Rwanda yesterday, it made things look good on the Group C table. And then Lesotho went away to beat Zimbabwe. So Lesotho topped the Group C table. Can you believe it? Lesotho. I don't think if you put Lagos together as a population, Lesotho doesn't come close. So it tells you that everybody is looking at this 48-team format and saying, there might be something in it for me. So if Nigeria beats South Africa in this game, it will put them in a very good position. They need to show workings. 60 minutes already played. I said by the 60th minute, we should be celebrating 2-1. So now they must try to get a goal in the next 5 or max 10 minutes and see how they can close it down. But with the way South Africa, they're approaching this one, they are doing the man-to-man marking so well. They're even kicking from behind. Super Eagles players are picking knocks. It tells you that physically, Bafana, they got ready for this contest because they know that's the only way to stop the play. So I'm waiting to see who Coach Finidi George will bring in for Dele Bashiru. Then it will put Alex Iwobi on the forefront for creativity because I think he didn't know how to do that exchange with Bashiru. The only time he did it right, start of second half, fine good pass to Dele Bashiru, who held off the defender so well, turned around and struck the ball right into the net. Williams, no chance. So I hope that they do that again. They need to get creative. We need to be more tight, be tighter at the back. Look at the goal. As one scored. They actually had the old time. Yet he showed good composure, but that defense should have closed him down. They allowed him to do everything he wanted to do, and he still had a chance to shoot. They must be very tight at the back. The midfield, I still like it. I won't lie. I like it a bit, but they need to do more in terms of feeding. I know a lot of people have problems seeing Paulo Onuachu in there, and then they're thinking it's just cross. I still believe that with the right supplies, they can score. Ademola Lookman was fairly good in first half. This second half, I haven't really seen him, but I know he's the kind of player that when pressure starts soaking in, he will give you his best. So let's watch and see. I mean, we've got to be hopeful. The problem is that we're expecting so much, and we're forgetting that this is South Africa, a team that has been so decent in the last 3 years. The last time they featured at the World Cup was when they hosted in 2010. They want to go back to the World Cup, and 2026 provides a good opportunity for them.
Well, not at the expense of Nigeria, anyway. All right. Babajide,
Yes.
Austin has said some things that will make it more painful for me if we don't get a win today. And here's what. Other teams have gotten results in a way that it looks as if they were doing a job for Nigeria. And a win today will take us, I think we even take us to the top.
Top, yes.
How do you miss that kind of opportunity when you're playing at home? Just one goal, and we will forget that we started this campaign by drawing 2 matches. Just one goal, and we're back at the summit. And once the Super Eagles are at the summit, at the top, it's going to be very difficult. But if we don't do that today, it means we remain behind South Africa.
This is a qualifying series for the World Cup. Nigeria, we played a draw with Lesotho here. We played away 1-1 Zimbabwe. Now this is South Africa. You must win the game.
You just have to.
And we will have an advantage because we are going to Stade February in Ivory Coast. That was where we played 3 matches and we won those 3 right there. So it's more of home for Nigeria again. But the main game is win this one. South Africa is a decent team. Bafana, like Austin also confirmed, they've been decent over the years. Most of these guys, they're just friends, and they enjoy it. Also, they have a very disciplined coach. What I was saying initially about them is that you need to understand how these guys are grown. They work with some of the most disciplined coaches in Africa. Talk of Sundowns coach, I'm trying to remember his name. And of course, even those guys at Orlando Pirates. So they enjoy it. And I hope we can just get the result. If we win today, then we have given ourselves the best chance to go to the World Cup. But can they do this in another 20 minutes?
It's difficult to be saying these things. It's like we're rigmaroling, but I'm even having goosebumps thinking of a draw. But it's a possibility. We've played over 60 minutes. Can we still salvage it with a draw?
With a draw, then honestly,
it's not in our hands.
Yes, it's no longer. Then you have to begin to do permutations. You need the calculators to begin to, and it's too early for that.
And the game against South Africa away will probably be the decider if South Africa leaves here with a draw and both of us keep winning.
The best thing for Nigeria now is to get enough points before that game. And you have the chance now.
And ensure that game is not a decider.
If you can get to that, I think it's a penultimate game.
That's what I'm saying.
So you need to, before that point, you should be close. You might only need a draw, but if we are still struggling we will need to go and win in South Africa, then we are not going anywhere.
All right. We need to take a quick time out, catch our breath. It's getting hot in here. Hopefully the Super Eagles will give us something to smile about. Let's go for a timeout. We'll come back for more Sports Tonight. All right. So we're still on the matter. And it's getting increasingly difficult for us to leave the Super Eagles, even though we have other things to talk about. Let me go to Austin now. It does appear Al Hassan has gotten in. Just waiting for you to confirm that for Dele Bashiru.
Yeah, that's it. And Samuel Chukwueze has also been introduced into the game. So we'll get a lot of wing pressure now to the Bafana. And he's doing just that. But, the problem sometimes with Samuel Chukwueze is puts his head down and is running and trying to do the dribbles, so you cannot see who he's actually giving the pass to. But as I said, kudos to South Africa. They've perfected the art of this man-to-man marking, so they are closing in so well. And when they get the ball, they're also making good use of the spaces. Super Eagles are also doing well, closing them down. But the Bafana team, they are doing so well with not losing the ball also. We need to put more pressure. 68 minutes being played now. So the Super Eagles must find a way. I think now it should be telling Victor Boniface or someone else to come in and maybe, take Paul Onuachu in. Let's see if that will confuse the South Africans a bit. But everyone being careful now, because at 1-1, just one mistake, it can go anywhere. But I was just hoping that the Super Eagles would get the goal. Just so by the 80th minute down to the 85th, if they can get one more, make it 3-1, it will give them the sort of result that they need ahead of the next game against Benin Republic. So if this game goes their way, the way they want it to go, that will be momentum to take into the next game against Benin Republic. But as I said, it's been very tough because South Africa, they are not smiling. They are making sure that they close it down properly. I like the runs that Bright Osai Samuel seem to be doing also. Alex Iwobi is picking up the balls more now and trying to see if he can distribute it. Same with Ademola Lookman trying to get those runs, those penetrative runs. It's all about soaking pressure on this Bafana team. But then again, they lose the ball when you least expect them to. And that's not good for the Super Eagles because that's how they got punished with the first goal. So, we're approaching the 70th minute mark, and it's still Nigeria 1, South Africa 1.
All right. Also, I don't know if I'm sounding pessimistic. Maybe passion get it out of and somehow. Look, 20 minutes to go, and it's staring us in the face. If this game ends this way, is it totally out of our hands?
It's not. It's not, particularly with what we've seen in that group, on that Group C table. It's not. That will keep Nigeria on 3 points, South Africa on 4 points, Benin Republic on 4 points, Rwanda 4 points, and Lesotho 5. It is almost like how we came into the game, but it's not just good that after 3 matches, all you can boast of is 3 points, It's tough, but then again, this is football, anything can happen. This thing starts so well, and that's why they are under so much pressure to win this one. A draw doesn't completely take you out of the conversation, but it's tougher. And as I said, with the 48-team format and giving the opportunity that anyone that tops the group goes through automatically, Nigeria, a big name in football in Africa, finalists at the last AFCON. That shouldn't be how you go to your next World Cup, having in mind that you missed out of the last World Cup in a way that football fans in Nigeria didn't expect. That's why everyone should come together, keep the faith, be optimistic that this game going on now against South Africa can still go the way of Nigeria. But because it's still just match day 3 and it ends in a draw, I think there's still 2 or 3 more matches to be played. You cannot say it's over because you don't know what's going to happen to the other teams.
All right, you cannot say it's over, but it's not looking the way you want it to. I'm out of questions I want to ask you, but I'm just hoping the Super Eagles can turn things around. We're really hoping that. So we have to go to other things, but with those changes, Samuel Chukwueze in, Alassane Yusuf in, who else would you want to throw in? Who else would you want to take out?
Possibly Murphy. I think now we need to pile that pressure. We need to attack these guys. We need to find a way around that defense. We need to find a way to pile. Of course, you can. Once you put more pressure on Bafana, they definitely would likely crumble. But these guys are very disciplined as well. With Chukwueze coming in, I expect the flanks to move faster now. You see.
Will you check out the points, man?
Okay, so this is my. We could give another striker a chance now. We could maybe Boniface, maybe Murphy, but I just feel now we need someone with more strong attack minded. We need someone that will actually put it to them.
Sense of urgency.
This is why I think I'm missing Osimhen here. We need a player that will just find a way to bully, to push them to their defense, because we need to just find a way. I'm sorry to say, I want to disagree with Austin, where I know we will still be in the conversation, but this is World Cup qualifiers. You don't want to begin to struggle against Lesotho when you go over there. So now you are playing at home. You said it. We have played first 3 matches. Out of 9 points, we will be happy to have 3 points. It is the World Cup qualifiers. This is the Super Eagles of Nigeria. We have just finished the AFCON as the second. We would have even defeated Ivory Coast. So now you don't want to see us struggle against the Rwandas, against the Benin. So now if you don't win this game, I can tell you there will be more pressure on Monday when we are in Abidjan. So it means after 4 games, no, you must win this game. They just have to find a way to get this.
I like the way you said it. I like the way no, you must win this game. No, you must win this game. I hope the boys are listening. I mean, also, you have to bear with me tonight. We have other things we want to talk about, but we're still not leaving this. I'm hoping you're going to tell me that something has happened. And I'm waiting for the guys behind the scenes to tell me something has happened. But everywhere is quiet. So I assume that it's still 1 goal apiece. But does it look to you, with what you're saying, that things could change?
I hope so. We were actually so close. Alex Iwobi with a pass to Samuel Chukwueze, who, by the way, replaced Kelechi Iheanacho. He gave the ball to Paul Onuachu, and Onuachu did a quick 1-2 back to Chukwueze. Chukwueze tried to place the ball. Woo! The woodwork saved South Africa. They struck the bar and came out. South Africa was able to clear, and that was our danger was averted. So the Super Eagles are pushing hard. They want that goal. The fans in Uyo, they are now on their feet. Pressure everywhere. We're now in the 75th minute mark. 75th minute, still Nigeria won. South Africa won. But with that run by Samuel Chukwueze and then his effort striking the woodwork, it shows that the goal is close. It's coming. It's coming. I'll tell you when it comes.
All right, I hope we're still going to be on this show when that happens. We have just about 9 minutes to wrap it up. All right, so let's move on. I think it's about time to move on the show now. Let's take a look at fixtures in the Nigeria Professional Football League, Nigeria Premier Football League, I beg your pardon. We'll reel out the fixtures. We'll also talk about the Euros. We're not going to be able to discuss in detail because we've taken up the time with the Super Eagles. It's a live show. It's a fluid situation. If a goal is scored, we will have to leave whatever we're discussing to talk about it. And I'm really hoping that that's what's going to happen. But then I'll go across now and talk about the Nigeria Premier Football League, the fixtures in there. Match day 35. Matches will be played tomorrow. Kano Pillars will be up against Niger Tornado. Casina United will be up against Gombe United. Plateau United will be up against Kwara United. All these matches will be played on Saturday. Then let's go to Sunday. Let's see the matches that will be played on Sunday. All right, this is the big one. This will probably decide where the pendulum will swing. Oriental Derby, it is the Flying Antelopes will take on the Aba Elephants. That's Rangers up against Ayimba. Lobby Stars will take on Rebel Stars. Rivers United up against Shooting Stars. Sunshine Stars, the Akure Gunners, will be up against Aqua United. These are some of the fixtures in the Nigerian Premier Football League. Bayelsa United up against Sporting Lagos. Heartland up against Doma United. Habia Warriors will take on Bendel Insurance. All right, let's travel abroad quickly. We have just roughly about 6-7 minutes before we wrap this up. Travel abroad, 7 days to the next big thing. That's the European Championship. I want to say after the World Cup, that's the next big thing. The biggest is the Olympics. We'll talk about the Olympics some other time. 7 days to go to the 2024 European Championships. And of course, tonight we'll be looking at Group D and Group E. Let's quickly look at the teams in Group D. Poland will be taking on the Netherlands, Australia, and France in Group D. A very, very strong Group D. What about Group E? Let's see Group E quickly. Belgium, Slovakia, Romania, and Ukraine. All right, Babajide, let me get your thoughts. I'm hoping Austin will interrupt us. I hope he does. European Championships, what are your expectations? These teams we've talked about, what do you expect? In a minute or two, what do you expect from France? What are you expecting from Poland? What do you think will happen?
Yeah, I expect the big teams to actually show the workings. I expect Portugal. I expect France to actually go far in this tournament. Of course, you won't write off the hosts, Germany. They are looking like they will actually they can go all the way to winning the title. I also expect to see some of the players to do so well. And like our conversation last week as regards the Ballon d'Or, possibly some players will actually come and battle Vinicius with their performance in the Euros. All
right, get themselves into the conversation. All right, Austin, we have just about 3 minutes to wrap up this show. And I'm seriously hoping you have something to tell me.
I don't have anything to tell you, Yemi. 78 minutes now. Still Nigeria won. South Africa won. But I see Terry Murphy is getting ready to be introduced now. So I'm waiting for the confirmation to see who he will replace. And that tells you that, yeah, the coach really wants something. Semi Ajayi has also been substituted. Raphael Onyedika will replace him. 79th minute, as I said earlier. So the Super Eagles now getting into championship time. They must do something. Yes, everyone guessed right. Paul Onuachu will be leaving the game. Terry Murphy has been introduced. So let's see what he can do. Ademola Lookman and Alex Iwobi, they're trying so much now to see how they can do their combinations. But Samuel Chukwueze is causing some real trouble for them on the right flank. So the Super Eagles need to find a way to convert all of this pressure play, all of this pressing into goal. So, yeah, that's what it is. Still 1-1. We're getting closer and closer to 90 minutes. It's now 80th minute, still 1-1.
Wow, now 80th minute, still 1-1. All right, we talk about the groups that's in for the European Championship. We talk about Group E, we talk about Belgium. They're in there. Let's listen to, okay, this is Group F as well. Turkey, Georgia, Portugal, and Czech Republic. Wanted to look at these teams, but couldn't do much. Let's listen to Domenico Tedesco, the coach of Belgium. We'll listen to him. We'll come back to wrap things up on the show.
3 in the back, we don't need to train. We have it inside because we have the players to do it. Yannick Carrasco played it many years in Atleti to be a left winger. Also, Jerry trained it in the training sessions. Timo was more or less born in Atalanta with playing this system. We have it inside, and also for the central defenders, there is no need to train it. Or you saw it in Austria. We went to 10 men's. We had this big victory there in Austria with ending up in a 5-3-1. Just to make one example. And it's something that is inside, we don't need to train. If we need it, we will use it. Axel is playing it in Atleti. So it's something that is normal, it's something natural for us. What I want to see is the last game before the Euros. So we want to see a good mood, a good atmosphere. We want that everybody is free to play. And then of course some things that we trained on the pitch now this week, because we could go just for a selection, just to make a selection, or to a kind of game just to play, just to train it. But for sure that what we trained, we want to re-see and to have the proofs, a little bit the material, the images also out of some games. That's why I think that Montenegro and Luxembourg are really made for this. But in general, the most important thing is we have to enjoy.
All right, and Domenico Tedesco, the coach of Belgium, expecting big things from his team. Well, that's how we cross the line on the show tonight. Unless Austin has something to say, well, it's a wrap. So let me pass the baton to Austin in London as we prepare to wrap things up on the show.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to report the goal, or, at least something that would cheer up Nigerians, but it is what it is. It's still 1-1, but the Super Eagles are trying all they can to see if they can change the situation. We're now in the 82nd minute, so let's just hope that they give this the final push, score that much expected goal, and then go on to give their qualifying campaign some relevance. That's the show in London. I'm Austin Okonakpan. In everything you do, remember, keep talking sports. Bye for now. All
right, I want to thank Baba Jide Oreva for his time on the show. Hopefully we'll do this again some other time.
Yes, definitely. Thank you.
All right. As the show today is the last one for the week, you see us again next week. I'm Yemi Adebayo. Bye-bye.